The morning sun streamed through the floor-to-ceiling windows of Greystone Industries, a sprawling corporate empire known for its cutting-edge technology and ruthless business practices. The office buzzed with activity, employees rushing to their desks, phones ringing, and keyboards clattering. But in the corner of the room, Malik Johnson, a 29-year-old black man, sat quietly at his desk, his head down as he focused on his work. Malik had been working at Greystone for 3 years, but he was no ordinary employee. He was a brilliant software engineer, the kind of talent that companies fought over. But at Greystone, he was invisible, overlooked, undervalued, and constantly underestimated. His boss, Bradley Grayson, the company's COO, was a man in his early 50s with a reputation for being arrogant, dismissive, and, as many whispered, racist. Bradley had never hidden his disdain for Malik. He often made snide remarks about Malik's work, questioned his qualifications, and excluded him from important meetings. But Malik never complained. He kept his head down, worked twice as hard as anyone else, and bided his time. One morning, Malik was called into Bradley's office. He walked in, his heart pounding, to find Bradley sitting behind his massive mahogany desk, a smug smile on his face. "Malik," Bradley began, leaning back in his chair, "I've been reviewing your performance, and frankly, I'm not impressed. You're just not cutting it here at Greystone." Malik's stomach dropped. He had been working tirelessly, often staying late to perfect his projects. "Sir," he said, trying to keep his voice steady, "I've completed every assignment on time and exceeded expectations. I don't understand." Bradley cut him off with a wave of his hand. "Let's not waste time with excuses. The truth is, you're just not a good fit for this company. Effective immediately, you're fired." Malik stared at Bradley, his mind racing. He had seen this coming, but the reality still stung. He took a deep breath, his jaw tightening. "You're making a mistake," he said quietly. Bradley laughed. A cold, dismissive sound. "I don't think so. Security will escort you out." As Malik gathered his belongings, the other employees watched in silence, some with pity, others with relief that it wasn't them. Malik walked out of the office, his head held high, but inside he was seething. He had given everything to Greystone, and this was how they repaid him. What Bradley didn't know was that Malik had a secret. For the past year, he had been working on a groundbreaking software project in his spare time, a project that had the potential to revolutionize the tech industry. He had kept it hidden from Greystone, knowing they would try to take credit for his work. But Malik wasn't just a brilliant engineer, he was also a shrewd businessman. He had been quietly negotiating with Teknova, Greystone's biggest competitor, and they had offered him a deal he couldn't refuse. Not only would they fund his project, but they would also make him the CEO of their new division. Malik had accepted the offer, but he hadn't told anyone at Greystone. He had planned to resign on his own terms, but Bradley's arrogance had forced his hand. Now, Malik had a new plan, one that would turn the tables on Bradley in the most satisfying way. A week after Malik's firing, Greystone Industries held its annual shareholders meeting. The conference room was packed with executives, investors, and employees, all eager to hear about the company's future. Bradley Grayson stood at the podium, his usual smug expression in place as he addressed the crowd. "Ladies and gentlemen," he began, "Greystone Industries is stronger than ever. Our profits are up, our market share is growing, and we have some exciting new projects in the pipeline." As Bradley spoke, the doors at the back of the room swung open, and Malik walked in. He was dressed in a sharp, tailored suit, his confidence radiating as he made his way to the front of the room. The crowd fell silent, their eyes wide with shock. Bradley stopped mid-sentence, his face turning red with anger. "What the hell are you doing here?" he demanded. Malik smiled, a calm, knowing smile that sent a chill down Bradley's spine. "I'm here to make an announcement," he said, stepping up to the podium. Bradley tried to stop him, but the chairman of the board, Eleanor Gray, intervened. "Let him speak," she said, her voice firm. Malik turned to the crowd, his voice steady and commanding. "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Malik Johnson, Some of you may remember me as the employee Bradley Grayson fired last week. What you don't know is that I've been working on a project that will change the face of the tech industry." He paused, letting his words sink in. "I'm proud to announce that I've accepted the position of CEO at Technova's new division, where I'll be leading the development of this project. And as of today, Technova has acquired a majority stake in Greystone Industries." The room erupted in gasps and murmurs. Bradley's face turned pale, his hands trembling as he realized what was happening. Malik continued, his voice growing stronger. "This acquisition marks a new era for Greystone, one where innovation, integrity, and diversity will be at the forefront." Bradley stumbled back, his arrogance shattered. He had underestimated Malik, dismissed him as just another employee, and now he was paying the price. The crowd erupted in applause, some cheering, others shaking their heads in disbelief. Malik stood tall, his eyes meeting Bradley's. "You thought you could break me," he said quietly, "but you only made me stronger." Bradley had no response. He turned and walked out of the room, his head bowed in defeat. As the meeting adjourned, Malik was surrounded by well-wishers. Employees who had once ignored him now eager to congratulate him. But Malik's focus was on the future. He had a company to run, a project to launch, and a vision to fulfill. Later that evening, Malik stood on the rooftop of the Technova building, looking out over the city. Eleanor joined him, a proud smile on her face. "You did it," she said. "You turned the tables on them." Malik nodded, his expression thoughtful. "This isn't just about me," he said. "It's about proving that talent and hard work can't be ignored, no matter who you are or where you come from." Eleanor placed a hand on his shoulder. "You're going to change this industry, Malik, and you're going to inspire a lot of people along the way." Malik smiled, a sense of fulfillment washing over him. He had faced adversity, been underestimated and mistreated, but he had never given up. And now, he was in a position to make a difference, not just for himself, but for everyone who had ever been overlooked or undervalued. The story of Malik Johnson is a powerful reminder that no matter how stacked the odds may seem, justice and perseverance can prevail. Malik's journey from being fired to becoming CEO is a testament to the power of resilience, hard work, and self-belief. It's a story that challenges us to confront our biases, recognize the value in others, and never underestimate the underdog. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever been underestimated or mistreated? How did you overcome it? Share your story and inspire others to stand up for what's right. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories of justice, resilience, and triumph. Together, we can make a difference.